It's your boy Proto, and today we got a new video because about a week or two ago Nintendo announced their new Switch model, and it was a bigger screen, like slightly bigger, pretty much insignificantly bigger. There was it was an OLED screen, right? And then the dock had like a LAN cable or whatever, but it was pretty lackluster because most people were expecting like a Switch Pro. And when this dropped and it was revealed that there's no hardware improvements, so it's going to be the same laggy Switch it always been, especially after seeing trailers lag, everyone was expecting a Switch Pro. And so it was really disappointing to a lot of people. And pre-orders went up yesterday, but something else was announced yesterday. So yesterday, as of me recording this, we got an announcement for something called the Steam Deck. And so it's this like console thing. It's not quite a console, but it's like a handheld, right? And you can take your Steam library on the go. And so it comes with 64 gigabytes of storage, right? And you can expand the storage. So it's basically just, in my opinion, the Switch but better. Like, this is the Switch Pro we should have gotten. Like, I don't see any reason to buy a Switch anymore. I barely use my Switch, I'm gonna be honest. I barely use my Switch. I'm always on my computer playing PC games on Steam. So if I can get a console that allows me to play my Steam games on the go, and instead of using it on a laptop, and it has built-in joysticks, so I can play fighting games and stuff like that, which is like most of what I play on Steam, right? So that's just kind of crazy. And the price is cheaper. I think it's cheaper than a PS5. It's more expensive than the Switch, but it's cheaper than the PS5. The specs are like absolutely ridiculous. So this thing is actually built like a gaming PC in your hand, right? So we got an AMD PC. Like, this is the kind of specs that I have on my PC right now, right? And not only that, we have full face buttons, so ABXY, D-pad. We have analog triggers and bumpers, right? And on the back, there's 4 assignable buttons, so you can like have clicks with your fingers, like your first 2 fingers on the back or something like that. Not to mention that there's a touchpad on the front of it, like a trackpad. So like if you had like a laptop, there's a little trackpad on the front, so you can use your thumbs to move a mouse around on the screen. The screen, I'm gonna give it, I think it's like 720p screen, which is whatever. And the refresh rate is 60 hertz, so you're only gonna get maximum of 60 frames per second. It doesn't really matter because it's a handheld, right? And so when everyone, like, no one cares that the Switch is 720p, right? No one cares. It's a handheld console. But when you decide to create an updated model and it's not any hardware improvements except for a clearer screen, like the screen resolution didn't even go up, it's just OLED now, and that's really disappointing. And so this thing completely like fills up all the holes that were in the Switch's, like, you know, game plan pretty much, right? It's also got a headphone jack, it's got dual band, so and the other thing, it's got Bluetooth, which the Switch does not have. The Switch does not have like native supported Bluetooth, so you have to get third-party devices in order to connect the Bluetooth headphones to the Switch, even in the new model. But this thing, just free Bluetooth right out the gate, Bluetooth 5.0, you can connect your wireless headphones to it. It's also got an expansion slot, so the base model comes with 64 gigabytes, which yeah, definitely is nowhere near enough for like a Steam library, right? So you can get an SD card, micro SD card, and those are like very cheap. Like, I got one for my Switch, like 128 gigabytes for like $20. That just adds $20 into the total price. And instead of buying like one of the models that has more space on it, you can just get that. It's pretty small, so you can like put it in a bag or something. And it's got its own operating system, which is called SteamOS 3. And then the crazy part about this is that it has a dock. So you can dock this thing, and it's got DisplayPort, HDMI, Ethernet, and 3 USB slots to connect to the TV. So this is literally just a Switch but better, because you can dock this and play on your TV. So this is like a crazy option for anyone who can't afford a gaming PC, which I know a lot of people don't want to drop $1,000 on a gaming PC because that's just not in the range of possibility. All you have to do is grab a Steam Deck, grab a micro SD card and get playing. And you can do anything because you can connect a keyboard to it once you dock it. So all you have to do is have a monitor. You don't have to buy a $1,000 PC or $800 PC because it just doesn't make sense anymore if you don't want to get, because like one of my friends I know personally, he wanted a PC, but we all had Switches, so he decided to buy a Switch instead because he couldn't afford a PC because it's just too much. It's just too much money to buy a PC. But now look at this. So I'm gonna tell him he should return his Switch because there's no way you should like ever buy a Switch over this, especially because games on Steam go on sale all the time. And that's like one of the big problems with Nintendo. They never, like, everything is so expensive. Like in Canada, for me, I live in Canada, so we have to pay $80 plus tax for video games. But whenever the Steam sale comes around, I just go crazy. Like I bought like 6 or 7 games this past Steam summer sale because that's the only time like I get games for like a decent price, right? And the fact that you can access that on the Steam Deck is just like completely insane. You can use this thing as a PC itself. It's like when you plug into your monitor, you can use it as a PC. And so this is the thing to have if you don't want to buy a PC. I don't want to see I don't want to ever see anyone complaining, oh, PC is so expensive, because this is the price of like a PS5, right? So I think this is like kind of the new king of consoles. This is like the best console in my opinion, because this would have everything I want, right? I don't know, like people, because PS5 has these is exclusives, right? PS5 has its exclusives, so is Nintendo and Xbox. But I think this is just the best option in my opinion, because this is where I play all my games. So it would make sense to have a different console. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this short little video right here. There'll be a video on One Piece coming later this week, because like I've been reading that a lot, so, I'm gonna make a video on that, just throw it in the script. But yeah, you enjoyed the video, drop a subscribe for more on gaming and soon to come anime. Catch you later.